Do it when you love it. Gotta make me feel better. I'm trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you out my head.
What's up with y'all? It's December the 14th. It's about 9:15 a.m. Just dropped the girls off at school. I'm at work, obviously. And yeah, I'm recording on the phone again today. I won't be here for long today because I have an appointment at the Apple store so they can tell me how to fix the computer. I honestly don't really care to I don't care to record on the phone because the quality of the microphone is very bad. You guys will be able to, you can tell the difference when I'm on the phone. But let me set y'all up so we can have our discussion for today. Makeup looking a little weird, strange, I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah. Yesterday, we had the whole discussion about the mentality of was that yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. The discussion about the mentality of my mother and how that has always steered me wrong. So, since I didn't have any guidance about morals, values, and dating from my mother, my uncle, nobody, I had to figure it out on my own. So I'm gonna give you guys I'm no dating expert, obviously, but I do have life experience. If you go back and watch that video, this would be my third marriage. Why? Not because I do not have any values or morals or standards about, marriage, because I do think that is very serious and I take it very seriously. But with my first husband, it was no hope for that. This man had all type of issues. He had drug use. So it was no way I could have that around my daughter. I had to get away from it because when you with somebody like that, all they gonna do is bring you down in life. You can't. And then with him being older than me, if he hadn't gotten it together by then, there's no way for me to help him get it together. It's just what it is. And it was like, I can't spend all my time and energy on this when my focus is on my daughter. That's my responsibility, okay? So the second marriage, if y'all watched the video, y'all saw what happened with that. Y'all will know. So now, after the second marriage, when I came back here, I'm a single mother again. Now, honestly, I did not really do any type of serious dating for like maybe 2 years because I honestly, like I said, my ex-husband was a really good man and I was trying to really see if there was any hope left for that. I wasn't just gonna jump into the next relationship. I mean, I went out with a couple male friends, but never anything serious, never anybody introduced to my daughters, anything like that, okay? So that was a couple years I was single. Now, I think I was single for a total of maybe like, 5 or 6 years because, like I said, when you're a single mother, there is not really a lot of time like that. All you can really do is basically focus on your children and going to work, and that's what I did. So I'm working nonstop, focus on the kids, doing the pickup, the drop off, the dinner, the laundry, the homework, trying to figure out the finances, trying to make the money stretch. That's what that was about. Now, so I really did not have any interest in looking to date. If y'all go back to the vlogs, y'all see, 2 years ago I was at my sister's wedding, single. 2 years ago I'm single in my house. There's not men coming in and out of my house because that's just not healthy for children, okay? So like I said, I was single for a long time, and the only reason why I think I kind of opened my mind to dating again, because like I said, the stuff in the past was very traumatic for me, with how my daughter's father treated me, with my first husband, and then to finally have me find a good man in my second husband and have my mother manipulate me out of that. It was very traumatic. So I needed to heal from it. That's just that. I wasn't gonna just keep, I needed to heal from that and figure myself out. So I was single for years. Now, during the pandemic, of course, everybody had time because there's nowhere to go. It's nothing to do. Literally, it's nothing to do. So then I started thinking about the dating again. And this is just the reality of it. If you are a single mother, then you have to make the effort to kind of get out there and try to meet people. Nobody's going to fall right into your lap because, well, for me, that wouldn't have been the case. Nobody's going to fall right into my lap because, okay, like I said, the pandemic, you're not going to church, you're not going to work, I'm not going to college. There's literally nowhere for me to meet anybody. So at that point, then, okay, the online dating has to be an option. And that's just the reality of it. We're living in 2021. That's just the reality of it. How else do you meet people? And then for me, I feel like a lot of times with people meeting, partners, getting in relationships at work, that can be a lot of drama, a lot of mess. And you have the thing of like, okay, if they up here, you down here, you up here, they down there, the policies, the sexual harassment. So that can be a lot of drama. It's the same thing with church. Over the summer, we did find a nice little church to go to. We haven't been back consistently because I've been too busy, but that's one of my goals, to start getting the girls back to church every Sunday, because Zoe really loved this church, and she really loved this church, and they had an amazing youth group. But that can be drama too, because if you get wrapped up with somebody at church, which is your safe place where you want to go worship and hear the Lord's word, you get wrapped up with a man at church, and then that don't work out. You don't want to see the man, they still come, and then you know what I'm saying? So honestly, for me, the online dating was the right thing, the best option at that point. So here we go. I started to swiping. Now, for me, dating as a single mother, it's like you cannot be desperate. Yes, there's times when it's lonely. There's times when you wish you had help, but you can't be desperate, because if you're desperate, you're just going to take the first thing, and that's not going to be your best choice. You have to really be able to think about this stuff, right? Because you got to think about it. Now, like I said, I never had anybody around my daughters, not once. Never had any man come through the door, never introduced any man to my daughters. The only man they had ever seen me with was either one of their fathers, my oldest daughter's father or my youngest daughter's father. That's the only man they ever seen in the house, they ever seen come through the door. And it wasn't even on no relationship stuff. It was just like on co-parenting, right? Because for me, if there is no marriage coming from it, there's no point for me to be introducing you to my kids. For what? Like, for what? Just to get them used to you, and then you gone, and then that's causing emotional problems for them. So that was never anything I did. When y'all saw in these vlogs before Dre and I got engaged, how he was around me, how he was at the house, we going on vacations with the kids, I already knew like this was gonna be my husband, because if I didn't, I will not ever have had him around my daughters that type of way. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to them to get attached to somebody and have a relationship with somebody anyway. So like I said, get online doing the online dating. And if you're a woman, a man will show you exactly what they're about. You don't have to do anything. You really don't. When it comes to Dre, okay, we doing the swiping. Then we texting a little bit on the app. I see, okay, after a few days, I see what he about. He talking right, saying all the right things. Then at that point, the phone numbers exchange. We talking on the phone. We talking on the phone for like months, like probably 2 months. I don't know, I don't know. We talk on the phone constantly. Now, as far as that, just the talking on the phone stage, even with that, I was already looking at his intentions, seeing what he was about, and he was showing me all the right stuff, and I'm gonna tell y'all how. There was not ever one time I text him and he didn't text me back. There's not ever one time I called him, he didn't call me back. He was constantly answering the phone. Every time I talked to this man, my man, he was at work. He was at work, working, or at home, resting. There was never no, me wondering like, well, what you doing? Where are you at? Because I can't have that type of relationship. I'm worried about too much other stuff, and my focus is on my kids, the stuff I'm doing. I can't be worried about no man or what he want to go do today. Like, I can't do it. So that was that. Then when we went on the first date, like I said, a man will show you everything. All you have to do is just open your eyes and look around. We went on the very first date. He asked, where do you like to go? What you like to eat? We went to Osaka. Osaka, Japanese steakhouse, okay? So, went to Osaka, very first date. What do you like? He just take the menu out, get whatever you want. He ordering me wine, sake, all this stuff. So what is that showing you? How he feel about me, how he treating me, okay? So check, that's, everything is going fine so far. So we get a little bit further into the dating and stuff. And I mean, it just is what it is. Like when you meeting people on the internet, you don't know nothing about them. I always will check that sex offender list because like you just never know. Like, okay, I ain't never had nothing to worry about with Dre. He ain't crazy, but you just never know. It's like, it's free. You can go on there and do it. If you have daughters, it don't even matter if you have daughters, if you have sons, little children, whatever, just do it. Just, you know, for your peace of mind, only take 5 minutes. So that was something that happened too on my end. He probably don't even know that, but I don't know if he been keeping up with the videos because he be at work. He probably don't even know that. So whatever, it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, so that was something that happened. All the dates are going well. Now, when I got with Dre, this is before all my manifestations started coming with the money, with all of that stuff. And so it was around the holidays. We only been together for 2 months. I never asked him at all. He coming to me asking me, you got all your stuff for your kids, for your girls for Christmas? Are they good? What, you want me to buy something? Send me the Amazon link. So what is it showing you? We care about me and my daughters. You have a good heart. Genuinely want to see them have a good Christmas. Like, and I just only known me for 2 months, right? As the relationship starts to progress, I'm telling him my plans for life and everything like that. And what is he doing? He's interested in my plans, interested in my goals. I'm gonna give y'all a few examples. When I went to I was getting ready to take my esthetician exam and, you know, trying to gear up for all that. He's asking me, you got money for that? You want me to pay for it? I'll give you my credit card. It's $300 exam. Once again, somebody known me less than a year and is that interested in helping me accomplish my goals. Even with the YouTube, y'all scroll down to the videos when Dre went and brought me a camera, upgraded my camera, brought me the Canon G7X Mark III. So when I'm telling y'all all this stuff, I'm all excited about it because it's like, yes, I'm so grateful. I had been in a period of being a single mother, struggling and not really having a lot of money or time to invest in myself until all my manifestations started coming through. All the things I was investing in, working for, wanting, you know, it just all started coming. He ended up not even having to pay for a test for me because my money started coming in from everywhere. So he didn't have to pay for the test for me. But you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, and also another thing, before we even went on the first date, I asked him about work. Like, how long you been working at your job? Where you work at? What'd he say? 8 years. So what that tell y'all? He gonna work. He wanna work. Okay, so that's that. I don't gotta worry about if I'm gonna have nobody who don't want to go to work, because that's the thing. It had to take 2 people to have a plan for you to be able to really live well, to save money, to travel, to want to elevate, to make the best choices for the kids and all of that stuff, to want to save the money for their college. It takes 2 people to do that. So that let me know, okay, I don't gotta worry about this. He working, he been working, you know. Now, as far as his age, Dre is 2 years younger than me, okay? So that I feel like he's very mature for his age, just by what I can compare and go off of. But I would never date anybody too much younger than me, because I honestly feel like men are just not usually mature. Like, I don't know, I'm sorry to any man if y'all offended by that, but that's just how I feel, right? And then my ex-husband, we have a 25-year age difference, which is a lot. It's a lot. He treated me well and all of that. We didn't really have too many issues. Like I said, I think more the issues were more of something that were derived from the mentality of my mother, things she's saying to me, what I'm confused about, and then me and him going back and forth about it. I think that's really when all the issues started, because before that we were fine, perfectly fine. But with that relationship, it's like, well, you just in 2 different points in your life. Like, I feel like if he has all this life experience, like me being 32 right now, at this age I am, having this knowledge, this wisdom, this insight about life and how things work, maybe we would have had a chance. But back then, like I said, I was too young, too naive to even see how my own mother was acting about my relationship. So I wasn't there yet. I just wasn't there yet. And that's just that, okay? So yeah, that's about the age difference. What else I was gonna tell y'all? Oh, and priorities, okay? Priorities. This is the other thing about having the priorities. Now, like I said, Dre been at his job for forever. He does very well for himself. He could very well be riding around in a fancy, expensive car, but he's not. Do you guys know why? Because he had priorities. His priorities are paying bills, being a provider, taking care of his credit. He's always talking about the stuff he wants to do for his mother, the stuff he want to buy for his mother, you know, what he want to try to do for his nieces and stuff like that. So that shows you he has priorities, right? He's not looking for instant gratification by just having a fancy, flashy car, because he very well could have one, but that's not what his interest is. He's putting his money where it should go, because at the end of the day, having a flashy car don't mean nothing. A car just gets you from point A to B. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have a working vehicle, you can go have your transportation to go do what you got to do, make your moves, whatever. And that's why I was so irritated about the situation with my mother, because I forgot to tell y'all that I gave her, she rejected the car. She said it wasn't good enough, it was raggedy, she wants something better. After I paid for the insurance, paid for the registration, all of that. And it's like, well, how? It's a working vehicle. It'll get you from point A to B to do whatever it is that you need to do to start having some income. Like, it's just like, where's the strategy? Where's the strategy? Where's the plan? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my takeaway from dating and life experiences. It's being a single mother. You got to protect your children. I would not introduce anybody to my children unless I know for sure this is gonna be it. This is it. It's gonna be a marriage, and you gotta look at a man for what they doing. Like I said with Dre, everything was there. He showed me he cared about me. He cared about my goals. I knew he worked, so if I work too, we can get together and do some stuff. He has priorities. He cares about my daughters. So what is there not to love? And that's another thing too. When you are dating, you can't be like really superficial. You just can't. Like, you just have to have an open mind, because like, you can't be judgmental towards anybody about how they look, how much they weigh, like nothing, because you might miss out on a great person. Just like with Dre, when we met, I was like 40 pounds heavier. So what if he would have been like, oh, you're too fat? Like, you know, you see, you know, like, look how far I've come, you know? So just, you can't be superficial. When I started dating, I really like prayed to the Lord to just help me find a good person with a good heart, because that's all you need. If you can find somebody with a good heart, who knows wrong from right, and who's willing to work, and y'all can work together, then everything else will be fine. That's it. And that's all I was looking for. That's it. I wasn't even thinking about money. I was not thinking about looks. I was not thinking about what kind of car he drove. None of that, because that's not important. I was not thinking about any of that. I was just I wanted to find someone who had a good heart, I could trust around my daughters, who was gonna go to work so we can do what we gotta do and, you know, move on and be happily ever after. So I hope that helped. If any single mothers find this video, you know, I know it's hard. It's very hard. It can be very hard when you're doing everything on your own, because I know I was there. Like I said, when I met Dre, this is another thing. On the very first time he came to my house, he showed up with a drill in his hand to help me out with some stuff I had been talking about I wanted to do around the house. So, you know, you gotta just wait. Can't be desperate for the first person, because if you do and you don't get the right person, then it's gonna be another setback, another heartache, another failure. And it's just like, you can only tolerate so much of it. Like, you know, you just, you know? So now I'm gonna go on about my business. Gotta upload this video for y'all, set up for my client, get to the Apple store, get back to pick up the kids, and then finish off my day. So y'all go ahead on and be blessed, be productive, and you know, be patient with yourselves today.
Trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you in my head. Ooh, I'm seeing you one takes at a time. I know you by your phone.